Hello, I'm Patty Post, and I'm CEO of Checkable Medical. Today, I'm showing you the Checkable Medical prototype. We have retail-ready packaging with the labeling all set. Really excited about the rebranding. We even have our QR code that takes our user into our digital experience, which is the sample collection training, how to run the test, and soon to be a telemedicine platform where we can diagnose strep throat with a positive test and write a prescription that will be sent to a neighborhood pharmacy. So parents like me won't have to drag our kids into the doctor to be checked for strep. Every year, 18 million people bring their kids in to check for strep. And we are excited to partner with CVS Health to execute our clinical trial on the strep test. So of those 18 million, 75% of those visits are absolutely avoidable if we had a strep test, and truly 100% of them are avoidable because less than 25% of people that go in for a sore throat actually have strep throat that needs to be treated with an antibiotic. So I'm really excited about this. This is innovation. This is really where healthcare is going, where we have the at-home diagnostic, collect the sample yourself, but we have immediate results. We're different from other companies because the other companies, you collect the sample and then you send it into a core lab and you wait a week later to get your results. And this test has already been deployed. So we can see here, I have the swab inserted and we have the control line here that I ran the test correctly. We have another QR code, so if the parent wants to run the digital instructions, there's another piece of access. There's also a unique serial number that will be on each test, so we know that only can be used once. All right, so here's our sample. Now, we have some unique features on this test. The first one is the safety mechanism that ensures that we won't have the test deploy in shipping or while in a retail setting. What's important is that reagent A and B are at the bottom, and there are two pieces of foil that will end up being punctured when you deploy the plunger. The plunger can only be deployed once this hook is pressed in. So we're gonna push it in. I'll deploy it now. So to start the test, you push the plunger in, and then with two hands, we're gonna push down and get all the way to the bottom. And we ensure that we're all the way to the bottom as there's two arrows that meet up here. In the next phase, we will have a colored plunger, so it's going to be a little easier to see. You also will know when you can see the pink here. So we have some pink inside, so if we can see right there. And we take, after the parent has collected the swab, or if you have self-swabbed, you're going to insert the swab inside so we can see the pink is a little more visible here, and you press it in, and then you're going to let it incubate for 1 minute. So on the instructions, it lets you know to start your phone for 1 minute, and then on the digital platform, we actually have a 1 minute timer that will alert the parent when 1 minute is up to remove the swab. Remove the swab, and then you flip it over. And by flipping it over, the reagents will flow onto the strip. And the beauty of this device is that the device can be used for many different assays. So think of any test that requires a swab for a sample collection, whether that's, it could be an oral swab, it could be in femtech. There are many different types of swabs necessary. And the lateral flow strip is inside of the device along with the reagents. So the next indications for Checkable Medical to be using this device is sinusitis and influenza A, B, and there are other other devices or assays in femtech that we could go after. So we can see here that the reagents flowed to the top, and we see just a faint line. It hasn't yet been 5 minutes, but a faint line that shows that we did collect enough sample. So if we don't get a positive line, then you can assume that you are negative. In the digital experience, if they were positive, you would line up your camera to take a picture, and then a telemedicine provider, which our partner, will confirm that it's 2 lines and then write a script to the pharmacy that the person chose in the beginning of the process. If they are negative, we have a platform that will text the parent 8 to 12 hours later to ask if the symptoms have persisted. And if they have, we will suggest take another test or run in to go see a physician, because a false negative can happen with children that express symptoms very early on in the infection. So in the morning you would test positive, but then let's say after school you could test negative. You could test positive. So thank you so much. If you received a sample, please run that, and really thank you for watching our innovative video.